Sunday, Monday, Corey days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Corey days. Corey Day. What a day for YouTube. This content is ours. Scoop along with me those Corey days. No scoops. Hey, you guys. Hey, everyone. And welcome to the Steele Wars Hyperchat. It is Wednesday, the 23rd of Feb 2022. And we are back at it. And we are joined by our buddies, Corey and Aubrey, for some Corey days. How you doing? From the Convo call.
Good. Yeah. Good.
Cuckoo.
Good. I feel like I feel like after Book of Boba, there was like a little lull period where I was just like, all right. And now I'm we got the Kenobi hype train going. Starting, in trickles, little trickles, like the babyest of trickles. But
the little, Corey.
Yeah.
You're really not gonna mention anything?
Oh, your background's different.
Ah,
it looks really good. I thought something was different. I was like concentrating on the fact that you don't have a beard anymore. So I was just looking at your face, but on the side of my eyes, I was like, something looks a little different. Oh, that looks really good. Look at that.
Come on. Yeah. The beard is gone, but the products, the proof that I have expended my family's cash for merchandise.
Oh wow! What's funny is your tweet the other day about the Admiral Akbar General Grievous looking guy.
Yeah.
On eBay, I almost bought this for you like a month ago. Somebody had a custom Funko Pop of that. And it's him on a General Grievous body. But I held off because I was like, I feel like Hasbro inevitably will make that. It's just such an easy put together.
They have to. They're doing they released info the other day that they're doing I think it was a yak face rumor that they're going to be doing white redeemed Darth Vader from that Star Wars or Return of the Jedi Infinities comic. And it's like, that's a dream Hasbro figure. We just make it white. You got any liquid paper?
I'm surprised that Hasbro doesn't jump on board the Valentine stuff because they're so trigger happy with that spray paint.
They do the Christmas stuff.
Yeah, but like I feel like if they're going all the way, might as well go all the way.
We love the Valentine's Funko.
The Funkos are cool. Yeah, but
of course, Corey's one of the great romantics. So
all the Valentine's Funkos.
We have
I was just on the phone to Spectrum, the internet provider, right?
Yes.
Because I used to have like on the Wi-Fi, it would be normal Wi-Fi and then 5G Wi-Fi. And so you'd select the 5G for like,
yeah.
And it had disappeared. And so I tried to get in contact through the app and then the phone, and then I finally got an operator. And as it turns out, it's all combined into one now. I've got a super router or something. But anyway, I did say to him, I'd like to pass on that your chat and your phone robots are like very disappointing compared to the robots I was promised when I was a child that would make my lives better.
What did he say?
Well, he sort of just giggled and he said, yes, there is a place where I can note that, Mr. Saunders. And I'm like, I really appreciate it. That I just want someone at head office to know that their robots are like they're disappointing little boy me.
Did you see that?
Like we've got robots that deliver pizzas around here, little like sort of gonk droids on wheels, and they do nothing but delight and deliver pizza.
Funny story.
Never disappoint.
For people who might not know, when we were hanging out with Steele once in LA, I saw one of those for the first time, and I did not know.
So excited.
Did not know that was a thing, and I was just like perplexed by the idea of a little.
I love robots.
Robot delivering dog.
It was so cool. I've only seen them in LA. ever. We don't have them here in San Diego.
Yeah, well, LA being a different place of its own, of course, has robots.
It really is. Well, hey, we're going to talk about a few of these things. A possible Yoda show, Palpatine's possible return, Obi-Wan merch in a little bit. But Galactic Star Cruiser.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Look how the opposite reaction.
I was like, this is a terrible idea and it's so expensive. And I turned into, I ironically love it. And now the irony is gone. And I'm like, Corey, why aren't we at the Galactic Star Cruiser? Like, I want to be there right now.
So for those that don't follow the world of the internet, there's like fan media has been invited to go onto the Galactic Star Cruiser, do a test run and report back to us about how fun it was and all that sort of stuff. And listen, like, without question, there is no way that if you get like, hey, come to do this, test this thing out, like, there's no way it's not going to be awesome. Like it just is. It's just going to be an awesome time. But that's just a total other thing, because the biting thing with me is people are just angry at the hotel.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
online, it's like, I'm not going to it. I don't want to go to it. It doesn't look like I should go. Like, it's just very people are very charged about it.
Well, there was that leaked footage yesterday. There were like 2 leaked videos. And we were talking about, like, and all the comments everywhere was like, this sucks. This looks so terrible. And this morning we were talking about, and we were like trying to parse through the comments. And we were like, what is just mad about the price point? Which, to be fair, the price point is insane. And what
but
if
no, but but for that money, you do get such special effects that create like an amazing immersion.
The lights were low.
Dimmers. Yeah, I haven't seen the leaked footage, but it's just I just kind of think by its very existence, it's always going to be criticized. Like, if it came off like super good in the leaked footage, then people will be like, it's not fair that we can't afford it. But what I was sort of reading today was more, I can't afford it and it's not worth it. Like, there's just no way I'm going to it. So
I want to.
Yeah, like I'd love to, but it's just like I'd never be able to prioritize that in my expenditure.
Yeah.
But so I just don't care, really. Like, it doesn't. I just love this guy.
Oh my gosh.
And like, he's given me joy.
Well, one of the least.
It's been Galactic Star Cruiser for me. My experience from what I would be prepared to outlay has been nothing but positive. So yeah, all I can say
I'm
is
super excited to see what you and your team created.
Well, one of the leaked videos, the big one that people are complaining about, is actually the singing alien from that, and she's singing the same song as in that like trailer that you are featuring right now. So that means you would probably love the leaked footage, right?
maybe.
I don't know. If that guy's not there, it's not worth it to me.
Okay.
He needs to be present, or else what's the point?
But yeah, it's just an interesting like reaction. But
I mean,
I saw sort of some people kind of getting grumpy at people doing the testing that they were going to love it.
yeah.
And it's like if you're at Disneyland and you have to wait 3 hours to get on a ride, like, your judgment of that ride is quite different if it's like, oh, we just got to go straight on.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And so thus the more convenient nature of this event for them, it's like, it's all going to be gravy. Like, there's no, you know, if I tell you what would be a good review, if someone did it for the review thing and then booked, if if their preview sold them for them to go,
Right, and then
that's your
Well,
gold that's your
I
gold
think
standard.
Peter Scaretta from Slash Film, he and his girlfriend Kitra have their vlog channel, Ordinary Adventures, and they're the press preview right now. And they've already booked and are going to go again in like 2 weeks.
No, but that's cheating.
But they might have like a different experience. Like they have the control test and the, oh, look, we're like influencers and Disney's going to give us the best. So they'll be able to see what's actually genuine hyped and what's going to be like actual, like,
two things there. One, if I'm paying to go, I want to be treated like a Disney influencer. Like I want to be treated like an influencer for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? I want the influencer. I want the top shelf, 100,000 follower. Yes, here you go. A droid covered in chocolate. It is exactly what you ordered. But for my test, they've already paid. See, if they went and then went, oh, we're getting tickets for another 2 weeks, we just got to get back there. You'd be like, whoa, that's pretty sweet. But
yeah.
But either way, it's
maybe they'll cancel their reservations.
Oh yeah, that would not be a good review. But
I think maybe like midsummer, I'll go to Disney World and I'll wait for a family to come out of that and just sit them down and say, "What did you think?"
You should try to sidle into a family, Corey. Like if there's just like 2 parents and 1 kid, just like, hi, it's cousin Corey.
They put me here.
No one will notice there's an extra person there. Do you know why?
The lights were low.
Oh no.
All right. Book of Boba Fett. Did it make you a bigger Star Wars fan? Same or slightly? Or what's your Star Wars fan? No, okay. What's your Star Wars hype coming out of it? Is it higher, same, or lower?
I'll let you answer first.
Oh, I feel like some of it made it higher, some of it made it lower. So like net wise, it's pretty similar to going into it. I think I'm excited for more like Mando and Luke and Ahsoka and Grogu stuff, but coming out of a Boba Fett series, I'm not exactly more excited for more Boba Fett.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm in the middle. Like the Luke Grogu Ahsoka episode got me on a whole high. As a whole, it's still in the middle though, because there was things I loved and things I didn't.
Falling the whole time.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it, and like I feel a bit lower.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that thing since you said that, so I don't have to be that because that's my real take. I feel better about it now. So vibe check.
Well, normally you're always like, at least on the convo call, you're the one complaining about things, and then I'm the one who's like trying to soften it, be like, oh, but this time you just did switcheroo on me, where I was like,
I'm unhinged.
I wasn't a fan, and you're like, oh,
I was hinged for a bit, and Steele said that. Tell me, I want to know why though for you.
It just makes me not as confident in the overarching plan. This is separate to like Andor and Kenobi,
right?
Because they're in it's like separate universes, sort of.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the whole plan. Like I worry that like they had their first 2 seasons like pretty set, or managed to have some stuff set and just wing it really well. But on the 3rd one, it just like the fact that it just undid that giant moment of Luke and Grogu saying goodbye to Din. And yeah, it just seemed like so patched together and like spectacular and a thrill ride. but then the overall sort of direction, it's like, oh, you just undid all that stuff. That's sort of quite odd. And I think it's the like for the Disney Star Wars, like third time has not been a charm. Do you know what I mean? Like you had the like the Rise of Skywalker and then this, and it just seems like the speed at what they're trying to get them out catches up with them on the third one, and it seems not as like cohesive.
Yeah, it's not as polished. It's more. Yeah, I think also like the tone of the show is so weird. It just it's like I don't know if COVID messed with it in any way or what happens, but it was very disjointed and very like I agree with what you're saying. It feels like there was a lack of overarching story for all the characters involved and sort of like you said, I think Grogu going back to Din that quick still is weird to me. It feel like it cheapens the end of season 2 now, I think
if you watch all of it without the 2 very big Mando episodes, it makes the Grogu and Din Djarin reunion a little bit sweeter. But if you get the 2 Mando episodes in it and you just watch that and then you watch the finale, it kind of cheapens it. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're thinking of the series more Boba centric, I think it's fine. But when it's Luke, Grogu, Din Djarin, Ahsoka centric, and you're just focusing on that, the finale kind of fizzles.
Well, it's not even necessarily that. It's more like the time in which Grogu has been away from Din isn't that long. So it's like even if those episodes weren't there and Grogu came back, it's still within like 6 episodes since the finale for season 2. I feel like you want more build up to that. If he comes back, you want to wait a couple seasons for that. And I hate to say it in this way, but I definitely don't doubt that it has something to do with the fact that Baby Yoda was a hit.
Totally.
Yeah.
I agree.
But that was the sort of thing I was excited to see what they do, like in the new sort of situation for a bit.
Right.
So,
yeah. I wanted to see Din become his own character without Grogu, just for a little while. Not I would hope they would reunite eventually, but I was excited for Mando season 3 to see Din as a whole new character and not somebody who has to necessarily watch over someone.
Yeah.
But I don't, whatever.
Hey, I just got to give a shout out. Star Wars Thrift.
Silver!
Silva is in the chat, and she's the queen of thrift. And the queen this week got her chariot. If you saw, she got like a pod racer arcade game.
Yeah.
So amazing.
You don't get any better than that. I don't think that can be topped.
No.
I don't think that can be topped. I like unless she finds mint in package vintage 78 Luke for $1 at a thrift store, and there you go. And I have no doubt she will eventually.
She's the queen of like collecting deals, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
We still have to like meet her on like through video call or face to face or something.
Oh, I want to throw this in just real quick. Wait there, share screen. And this is sort of about that Back to the Galactic Star Cruiser and this book. There's a book coming out called The Princess and the Scoundrel, exclusive. Oh, it's an exclusive reveal on StarWars.com. But do you know about this book?
Yes, they actually they like soft announced it like last summer. They were like, there's going to be a story about a certain special Star Wars couple going on their honeymoon. And it was right after they had talked about Padme and Anakin. So if you read that article, you knew that like this was coming. So when this was announced, a ton of people were like freaking out, like, "Oh my gosh, this is so terrible!" All the bookie people who like were reading all these articles for a while were like, "Oh no, this is no surprise."
Because it doesn't affect me either way, because it's not something that I would pick up. But The story is that straight after the Battle of Endor, high on the victory, Han Solo and Princess Leia get married. And then immediately after, they go on a honeymoon to the Galactic Star Cruiser, like the Disney thing, but in space. Now, listen.
And Ben Solo was born 9 months after they got married.
Lights were low.
But hey, as someone that has organized a wedding and a honeymoon, right? Aubrey, if you ever meet anyone that you could marry in the future, this will come in handy, right? Almost spat water on you. Not a good sign. There is no way that if you had an impromptu wedding, that then you could then, like, no one that has an impromptu wedding then organizes a lavish honeymoon straight after. This is the most unrealistic plot line in Star Wars. As someone that got married and then went on a honeymoon like a year later, listen, this is very, it just doesn't seem realistic.
Well, maybe that's why they chose a cruise, though. So they're not like choosing their own itinerary. It's all set for them.
Yeah.
Like the rebellion might be paying for it. Like, go off, have fun.
Let me just stupid.
I love the thought that they're over there like sunbaking or whatever on their Star Cruiser fake sun thing, and Luke's on Endor, like arguing with someone in a video game. Like I can't like the Imperials and stuff. Like they're just like wait for the Ewok fire to simmer before you bail off on your honeymoon. I reckon Han Solo just did it as an excuse to go on I don't want to be here for the cleanup. Like, I don't want to find out if they're just helmets or there's actually heads under. I don't want to know about the Ewok drum. None of that stuff. You guys handle it.
Right.
Yeah. So he that was his little escape route.
Makes sense.
Then, oops, they're pregnant. Poor Han.
But
Got more
yeah,
than
a very I'm not sure I'm going to give that the good use of the license badge.
I will read it, and it'll be one of those things again that I'm going to ironically be excited about it, and then I'm going to be suddenly very excited, like genuinely excited about it. And you guys will hear no end of it. I can't wait for the special edition book. I want Del Rey to send me an invitation to their wedding.
Oh no.
Hey, so let's hit this one. This is on StarWarsNews.net. And Ian McDiarmid got asked if he could do any other future projects, and sort of gave a jokingly thing about how his ungrateful granddaughter was his annihilation and all this. But we could go back in time, perhaps in the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series. He could be discovered again once sulking in the shadows. So I was thinking about this because initially I was sort of just like, nah, I don't see him in there. And the fact that he's saying that maybe that probably means he's not, right?
I don't know. But I feel like,
you think? I think it'd be too crowded. It'd be too much of a crowded house to have like him involved.
Well, with that concept art of Vader looking at like the blue,
the hologram.
Yeah. Like I have a feeling he could show up and be like, "Hey, dude, what are you up to?"
Well, also with it being basically the sequel to Revenge of the Sith, I feel like you want to. I know the story, as they've said, is focusing on Obi-Wan and Anakin and that dynamic there, but I think that it's kind of hard to avoid, Palpatine after Revenge of the Sith. Mm-hmm. So I feel like a quick glimpse. I don't think it'll be in it a lot, but it's weird that Ian McDiarmid, of all people, like knows all of that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's because the marketing's been great for Kenobi. So
it's so great. So great so far. We have a lightsaber and a poster.
It'll pick up. It better pick up. I want it to be like if this show clicks, it's it's going to be the biggest thing because like either way, in old or younger, everyone's got a connection to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
And it's if it clicks, it could be pretty big. But hey, how about this for a theory, right? So in the lead up to Mandalorian, they're all promoting the Mandalorian, and it's a show about this Mandalorianing. And then the special hook was that the other star was Baby Yoda, right? What about that the hook in Andor is that you see the machinations of the Emperor, and he's the main villain.
Ooh,
That would be great.
Like working with the Imperial like spies and stuff. That would be cool.
How about we get old Mendo in on the mix? Imagine Mendo interacting with Palpatine.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you really we really don't have anything that shows Palpatine in the rise of power with the Empire, right? We don't have anything aside from like that little glimpse in Bad Batch and in Rebels, but other than that, we haven't really seen that. So that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And like Succession is just like it's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. It's on HBO, and it's about the machinations of a corporation owned by a family and stuff, and the characters are just amazing. And the head, the dad who runs the big corporation is just like such a prick. And he just like plays with everyone's emotions, and it's just so brilliant. And to have that at one end of a Star Wars show with like the Emperor in a Star Wars setting, that like he's because in the books when they always go into that stuff, it's always so fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be because what's going to be the well, when you look at the Book of Boba Fett, there was no like villain in the end, but
It's the writing.
Andor, there's going to have to be a big villain at the other end of the action. What do you think, Aubrey?
Amando?
No. But like, as far as like a head villain in Andor.
Oh, Andor. Yeah, no, I could totally see that. See Palpatine. See, ew, what? You're giving me a weird look.
No, I'm just listening.
Palpatine, and yeah, I think we're gonna see more like Cassian, right? He's kind
I
of.
hope so.
Don't be like that, Corey.
He expresses that he had some morally dubious moments. So I think we'll see those calls with him making those morally dubious decisions, and a part of that is like what I think is like spies and espionage, where they all have to do that as well. So I think we're gonna have like double agents and other like Imperial spies as well, and so I think that it would make sense for the big bad to be Palpatine or like Krennic even, because they are in charge of that whole system of spy stuff.
We're gonna get CG Tarkin again, like the Peter.
Well, we can deep face it now, right?
Yeah.
I can't speak right now.
Yes.
Ignore me.
They can deep fake anything, Aubrey. That's
Oh, no kidding.
that's not actually Corey next to you. It's just a Comic-Con display giant pop.
That's right. My eyes are gonna go black pretty soon. All right. What else we got? I should
what
cosplay.
What?
I should cosplay a Funko Pop. Like get a whole bodysuit that's just a Funko Pop.
I honestly, I don't think it's a good idea, Corey, knowing you. Because I'd worry that you look at yourself in the mirror and then you'd like, I'm becoming a pop. Like you'd scare yourself. And then, I just think it'd be, you've told me a few things that I think let's just tread on the side of caution.
Okay, that's fair.
Hey, so the other day, this came up on Discussing Film. They're talking about this director, John Watts,
Yeah,
is rumored to do a Disney Plus Star Wars show.
right.
And I'm like, who's John Watts? So I Google him, and he can make a Star Wars show if you'd like. I feel like after I went over his resume, which included the last Spider-Man film, and I went,
Pretty good.
go to town.
Yeah.
Go to town. And they're reporting that it's a High Republic-y thing, maybe with kids. And it's also I'm not sure it was on here or not, but the I don't know if it was Bespin Bulletin or whatever. I know Cinelinx reports that the Grammar Rodeo is the working title for it.
Mm.
Now, they try to come up with these titles that are so witty, little inside joke. And when you think Grammar Rodeo, you think of the High Republic era existing backwards talks in riddles. So Luke Skywalker comments, it could involve Yoda.
Interesting. Isn't Grammar Rodeo supposed to be a Simpsons reference?
Well, I think they go to the Grammar Rodeo.
Oh.
But I would like my joking of it makes me sort of feel like
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's how Yoda talks.
I could totally see Yoda if it's a High Republic. I mean, he was in the video game trailer for High Republic. He was in the Jedi Temple, and and he's in all the High Republic books. So it's clear that they want to push Yoda in the High Republic. So why not? Might as well.
In the High Republic Adventures, or at least in the first High Republic comic, there's a point made about how Yoda's off with a group of Jedi doing something. But then when you go to the High Republic Adventures comics, he's actually off with a ton of younglings.
Oh, there you go.
So I think that could maybe be it, where he's the Grand Master, but he's off doing like special missions with teams who happen to be younglings.
It would make sense because I think for something like the High Republic, right, the general audience is going to be like, "What is this?" But you have Yoda in there, and it's an instant hook. So, yeah.
And the fact that he's around, but he hasn't been in any of the novels, like, I don't know. I don't think any author would like leave him out if they could include him. I don't know. Just gauging their enthusiasm. So, maybe he's been left out for a tantalizing reason, or maybe not.
They've set up something in the High Republic Adventures where he found something out. No one knows what he found out, but he kind of goes AWOL and just leaves, and everyone's like, "Where's Yoda? Where's Master Yoda? What's he doing?" So the Jedi Council is kind of like doing its own thing, fighting the Nihil, but at the same time, like, Yoda's doing something. So I think that would be a perfect setup for a show or something like that.
I don't know if they call that in America this or not, but when it sounds like what he's doing there is a ghosty. You know what a ghosty is? Where you're at a party and you're just like, I'm done, and you don't say goodbye to anyone. You just fade. It's like you pull you become a ghost. A ghosty. It must be Australian. Josh Chapman's in the chat.
That's funny.
You can let me know. Is that just an Australian thing?
I've never heard it before.
It's good. If you can, when you need a ghosty, I don't say do it all the time, but when you need one, it's there for you, buddy.
Awesome. I will chime that in.
Yeah, but that John Watts, he has my trust. I had a very good time.
I'm excited to see. I know people were saying that the rumors that Jon Favreau is also going to be executive producing it. So, yeah, I mean,
we do call it that.
I just call it dipping.
Yeah. I was just
Yeah.
Corey, I'm dipping, bro. Peace out. This is Corey. I'm dipping. Don't be slipping. Don't be tripping when I'm dipping.
yeah.
That's what happens after
like,
Book of Boba. That's what I
like,
become.
there's things where you're like, oh, I'm gonna dip.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
I'm gonna dip, bro.
Bro.
Bruh.
Yeah, I mean, wow. I was, this is a random thought. I just felt like I should say it,
Uh-oh.
and because I realized it. I was like, man, I wonder what the merchandise for Grammar Rodeo would look like, and I realized we don't even have Book of Boba merchandise.
We have
Oh.
this.
But Corey,
Oh, speaking of, good segue.
great segue. We're just
felt
getting this
it.
off StarWarsNews.net.com. First glimpse at new lightsaber toys tied to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, I think it's from Good Morning America. There's a clip, and they say they're from the Kenobi show.
Yes.
But they're these. Oh, so if you just listen to the podcast, they're just like, like role-playing lightsabers. You're sort of cheaper, plastic, make a bit of noise, telescoping, light up joints, probably $30 at your Target. I'm not sure. And, but they're done in like generic Star Wars logoing. So it's not like I feel like this, and to their credit, Hasbro they didn't have the assets to do Kenobi stuff, but they just got these in the mix, and they're vague enough that they're going to connect with the audience, with the kids that are seeing it and want to get these lightsabers.
Yeah.
There's Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader, but they didn't have to get all the approvals and stuff. And like people are sort of debating over whether that's, an Obi-Wan Kenobi depiction of Obi-Wan Kenobi in an animated form. But the way he's got his like cloak up and it's just vague how he looks, I don't think they drew that using any imagery from the show. I think they just kind of winged it as a
I
Yeah.
thought it kind of looked like the cowl in the poster.
It
It kind of has this like swoopy cowl as opposed to like Jedi robe.
It looks like the outfit he wears on the poster. But I think
you reckon?
Yeah, because it has the same swoop on the inner shirt.
Yeah, like a cowly scarfy thingy.
Yeah. And then all those lightsabers always have them sort of depicted in animated style. It's just their line of lightsabers like that. I believe the Vader is the one that's been like repacked a ton of times, and it's the same image. That Obi-Wan's definitely from the series, though. At least the top half of him is. He's definitely done in the Revenge of the Sith pose, because that's totally straight out of Revenge of the Sith, the pose. But yeah, his
outfit's the same.
The outfit's
okay.
Yeah,
tight.
Yeah. So you can buy these next fall.
Actually,
probably. I don't know
we
if
should buy one.
No, they'd be out very soon if they're advertising them on television. Like if they're doing it, because it was like a Hasbro segment.
I don't believe it until I see it. Until I have it in my hand,
I
do not believe it.
Right, I'll see if they've got a
release date.
Can I just say that like those lightsaber, they're for kids.
Well, is that the series that you can like take them apart?
Yeah, and like I forgot
combine with like an Ahsoka, Siege and Mando one.
Yeah, calm down, Corey. I don't. Right there, I can't see a release date for this anywhere, but I would imagine if they're putting it on a segment of Good Morning America of new Hasbro toys, it would only make sense for it to be out very soon. And that's cool. That's like I give them a tick to have character specific things that people would want.
I agree. Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
Because they like kids love the sabers, and I remember when Rey was like, The Force Awakens era, trying to get my niece a Rey, and it was I could only get like Plo Koon or something. Like it was just like out of those plastic ones.
Yeah.
The Ray was very hard to get. So that is cool. Would love to see a Kenobi Black Series figure.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We'll see in like 2 years from now. Honestly, and that's such a it's just at this point, I think after Book of Boba, anytime I think about Kenobi merch, I'm just like, yeah, I want it so bad. And it's all of us, I think, would spend money on Kenobi merchandise, but it's just not.
Well, it's even like Ming-Na Wen, right? She's been posting about wanting to see her merch. She's only just seeing Fennec Shand stuff when she was in season 1 of Mando. And in Bad Batch. And in season 2.
3 years later, she gets something.
And Book of Boba.
Yeah, that's rough. Yikes, that's rough.
Yeah, if they don't have an Obi-Wan Kenobi out for the Kenobi series in the shop, it's such a sign that that whole system is, whether it's Hasbro or Lucasfilm or Star Wars Hasbro, like that's my defining, you've broken the system, because it's not an outfit you have to keep secret.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like if it gets out, it's just like he's in different clothes. Like, you know,
checking to see if this is actually out yet, because somebody in the comments says that they actually found it last week.
Target.
Target. Bold claim.
You should look at the Target.
What are they called? What are these things called?
Just, I think they're new, like kid sabers.
Lightsaber Forge.
Laser swords.
Lightsaber Forge. Cool. Obi-Wan. There's definitely a Clone Wars one out right now. That's the only one I see.
We'll have to look.
Interesting.
We'll go hunting.
Yeah. Interesting.
They have to come out. Are you going to get them, Corey?
If I see the Obi-Wan one, I'm gonna have a compulsion to get it.
Corey has made it known that he is buying every piece of Kenobi merchandise. So
yeah. Probably not. I don't know.
We can hang it on the wall here.
I think it would be funny to have it hung on the wall when Kenobi's out, because you know that'll be the only piece of merchandise that's released. So I'll just have the lights in the background.
Oh, no.
That really hurt him. Hey, tomorrow on the YouTube, we're going to have this Robbo report with Robbo breaking down a bunch of like amazing references, animated references from the Visions series. It took us like a month to get all the copyright strikes approved. So
God,
that'll be up tomorrow at this same time. And then after this, we're about to go chat on the convo call. Is that correct?
Yes. 4
will
o'clock.
be there.
All three of us
10
will be
minutes.
there. Yeah, we got a lot of Kenobi stuff to go over.
Sweet as, but in that case, I feel like that this episode's gone on
long enough.
So we should head out. Corey, no, actually, Aubrey, you go first, because it's very hard to follow that trail of promo blitz that is Star Wars influencer Corey Van Dyke. Aubrey, where can the good people of the internet track you down?
You can find me at Satellite Tides, all one word, on Twitter and Instagram, as well as you can follow me and Corey at Convor Call on Twitter and Instagram. And on our YouTube channel, we'll be there on Friday. Every Friday, I'm starting to do like gaming live streams, so that's fun. And then, yeah, we're starting up the show again.
Yeah, you can follow me at _Wolfpack on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, where we have our channel, The Convor Call. Have a good day.
Good job.
I saved myself at the end because I almost messed up my words. So
Did you almost say like care transmission?
So I just went to have a good day, and that's how I'm leaving it. We're done.
And may that force be with you. Sunday, Monday, Corey days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Corey days. Corey Day. What a day for YouTube. This content is ours. Scoop along with me those Corey days. Dude, have a good day is my catchphrase.
Have a good Corey days. I'm sorry, that was bad. I
Have
apologize.
a good Corey day.
Yeah.
Happy G'day Corey Day. Anyway, it's my catchphrase.